guys. There's just so much. I don't even know where to begin. The moment I get that dumbbell over my head, I was like, I've made a mistake. So if I want support, I want emotional support. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I do not have enough lighting. Sorry, you guys. Sorry I've been gone for a while. This is literally me. I mean, my eyebrows are a mess. There's just been so much going on, and I'm just excited to be back. I've missed you guys. I am excited though because I have stories for you guys today. I mean, I was in the emergency room for freaking 7 hours almost a week ago now. The power went out for a few days. It was really freaking cold. So I had to completely restock the fridge. I need to do laundry. I need to get my nails done because this is the situation. So you guys can come along with me. Haven't been able to be in the gym, but we're going to be getting back into the gym. So it should be a really fun week of content coming up as well. So I'm just excited. I'm excited to be back. Anxiety, knock on wood, thank God, all of the things is almost non-existent. And I have not felt like this since before Christmas. So that is amazing. We're loving this. So I finished my little cup of Nespresso here and then get myself together and we'll do a quick little get ready with me. All right, you guys, I did some skincare, picked out an outfit for today, and I've already primed my face. So all moisturized, sunscreened up, all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. I'm not gonna really talk about what I'm doing. I'm just going to talk and tell stories while I get ready. Okay, so let's see if I can even do this because multitasking, sometimes it's a bit of a struggle.
I have to have my caffeine. I have to have my caffeine fix. So good. I have not noticed, personally, I know a lot of people are like, well, if you struggle so much with anxiety, like, why are you drinking so much caffeine?
I've tried I really do. I completely avoid like caffeine when I'm extremely anxious. I don't notice it, that it makes that much of a difference for me. If I'm anxious, I'm anxious. It's not the caffeine.
For me, I think my body's just extremely used to caffeine at this point, so.
Allowing you is my go-to now. I absolutely love her. All right. So where do we even begin with this story time, you guys? There's just so much. I don't even know where to begin. I'm gonna try my best to do this in the camera, but I have a big mirror right here as well. And I'll probably be looking in there, so I'm sorry if that's completely annoying. It's just hard for me to look in the camera and do it too sometimes, so I apologize. All right, and if anybody wants to know what any of these products are, let me know. If I think about it, I will put them in the description. If not, and I get enough comments, I will go back and edit and make sure to put all of these products in the description for you. Most of them, I mean, I'm obviously not affiliated or anything. I do have an Amazon storefront, but I don't think you can get all of these products on Amazon. But if you can, I'll definitely pop those links below for you guys. And I do get a small commission if you use my Amazon link. So appreciate the support. I really do need to actually update that. I need to start working on that as well. Just there's so many things to do. So many things I want to do, but running a full-time business, my little salon, it definitely keeps me busy, which I'm happy about. Okay, so where do we start here? Where do we begin? Let's start with last week. So I think it was around like Tuesday night or Wednesday, and I rolled over and I felt like this really weird pain, kind of maybe like a muscle pain in my lower right side of my abdomen. It didn't really hurt to press on. It was just like a whole thing, getting up and trying to lay down, all of that. It really hurt. And I just thought I'd tweak something, like no big deal, whatever. And then I kind of went about my life the next day. And I also had been starting, I think that next day almost, I was having some really, really bad anxiety as well, which is kind of why I was like MIA on most social media. And I didn't end up posting or filming because I was just that anxious. I was just really messing with me. I was just having a hard time. But I was really proud of myself because I ended up going to the gym anyway, whatever it would have been, Thursday or Friday, I think. And so I got myself to the gym and I was really proud of that. And then I had back and shoulders. And so I did like some lateral raises. I did shoulder press and I was fine. But then I moved to lay on a bench, take the dumbbell over, I can't even think, pullovers, whatever you want to call them. I don't even know. My brain is not fully firing. So I moved to do that. The moment I get that dumbbell over my head, I was like, I've made a mistake. I was like literally in my head, you guys, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? The gym was so busy. I honestly should have asked for help. I really should have, like, thinking back. But I'm just not that person. When I don't know people, like, I don't want to bug people. I don't want to cause like a scene. I mean, it was such a busy gym. And I was like, this is gonna hurt so much. Like, how am I gonna keep like from not making like a sound and not like falling off the bench in utter pain? Because that's how it felt to pull that dumbbell back over my head. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't even know. I think I kept it in pretty well, but it hurt so bad. And I was like, okay, it really must be a muscle thing. Like, but I obviously can't do that. So what else can I do where I won't have to engage my core a lot that hopefully won't bother it? So I was like, well, whatever. So I literally got up after doing that one rep in so much pain. I should have just left, honestly, at that point. I should have just gotten my stuff or hopped on the treadmill or something else, just left. But instead, I'm like, well, let's go try to do some other stuff. So I move over to cables and try to do some other things. And I literally did like a rep of everything. And every time I was like, I was like dying each time. So everyone, I'm just like, at this point, I'm also embarrassed because I'm like, everyone is judging me because this girl is just going around doing one rep of everything, having an extremely distraught look on her face, and then moving on to something else. And then I'm also thinking too, though, is I'm like, a lot of these people see me in here all the time, though, so they must be like, something's wrong. What is going on with this girl? Anyhow, so then my last hurrah is I tried to do a lat pull down. I pull down. I'm like the pain in my low abdomen is like, oh no. Oh no. So I just did. I was like, this is embarrassing, but I literally got up, I cleaned the seat, and I wiped down whatever of the equipment, and then I was like, screw this, grabbed my gym bag, and I just left. I was like, screw all of this. I cannot, it hurts, and I'm not gonna keep going around looking like an actual idiot. So that's how I felt, and then also, quite honestly, probably nobody freaking cared or even thought about it. And even if they did, they're like, what's that girl doing? Who knows? But she's done now, so no one really cares. It's not I will say though, like the whole thing that people are always trying to tell to make new people in the gym feel better, which I get, and that's nice, but it's not 100% true that people aren't even paying attention to you. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you're a people watcher, like I am at an airport, I don't care where I am. Like I'm in between sets, I'm probably glancing around the gym like, what's up? And I'm like, oh, look at that girl. Look how much weight she just lifted. Like, that's amazing. I'm that person. Or if I'm seeing something, I'm like, I've never seen that before. What the heck is that? Those thoughts go through my head. But I don't care. I'm not going to, like, interrupt the person. But I don't think that's 100% true. And everybody's like, oh, no one cares. No one pays attention. Is that 100% true though? Maybe for some people, but I do. I definitely look around the gym. I like to see what's going on. I like to see what people are doing. And sometimes I like to look around because, especially for girls that do certain things, certain lifts that I do, I'm like, oh, their form, I'm not doing that. And then I'll kind of look, I'm like, maybe I need to adjust this in this lift, or where my feet are and my hip thrust, etc. Anyway, I still say get in there, if you're new, and just try not to care too much, but I think it's a little bit impractical that everyone's always like, no one cares and no one pays attention, because I'm sorry, it's just not true. And I've been in the gym for years and I still kind of like, just like I felt embarrassed that I couldn't finish my workout. And probably not the whole gym was staring at me, but I felt like they were, right? So it's just one of those things you kind of have to push through. Get yourself some really good headphones, which I need to do so I can block out noise. And that would probably be really, really helpful in that situation. So anyhow, left the gym, whatever. Come home that night. I am like in pain. Still like thinking it's probably a muscle thing, right? And then I try to make an appointment with my doctor. I eventually, like, they weren't going to be able to get me in, and they ended up booking me for an appointment for the following week while I'm working during work hours. And I'm like, I can't. So I decided when I woke up on Sunday, it was kind of getting worse. It just wasn't feeling normal. And I was like, this, and I was kind of starting to think like maybe this isn't a muscle thing. Maybe it's internal, like ovaries or like something like that. And I kind of had Googled, and it could be like just like a cyst on my ovary, which could not be a huge deal besides that it hurts, or it could be a big deal. So like it could go either way. And I had just never had anything like that. So I ended up going to the urgent care Sunday morning thinking hopefully they'd be able to tell me one way or another and no big deal. And then, you know, give me like a estimated whenever you can go back to the gym kind of thing, or when you're going to feel better, whatnot. Well, the lady, she's like I think it was like a physician assistant or whatnot. She's pretty much like, oh, it's 100%, sorry you guys. But she was like, it's 100, she goes, it's definitely a muscle sprain. Like it's just a muscle thing, or you pulled it or whatever. And I'm like, okay. But then she comes back in and she's like, but the doctor might, like, because of where it's located, she goes, which is near obviously the ovaries, she said, and appendix, blah, 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 which I knew it wasn't the appendix thing. She goes, but they're probably gonna want to do, the doctor will want more tests. And she was pretty much coming in there to ask me if it was okay if she put that in the notes. And if not, she was gonna like change the note so that I wouldn't have to go to the ER. And I just look at her, I'm like part of me wanted to be like, you're supposed to like tell me what is best for me to do. So then I was like, well, I guess like, no, like you need to like tell them like what's going on. Cause I was like, if it is just a muscle sprain, like, wouldn't you be able to just tell me that's for sure what it is and no more tests are needed? And she was like, they're probably gonna want to do more tests. And I was like, well, okay, just I guess send me for the test. It's right down the road. So I go to the ER after this. And unfortunately for me, it was just really bad timing. The guy I'm seeing was out of state, and my sister and her family like had COVID, and I think they're all okay now. Everyone's good, but yeah, obviously that's not helpful. And then my parents were also out of town. So whole thing. And I did not think I would even want or care, because I didn't think it was going to be a whole ordeal. Just going, you know, whatever, I can go. I've gone to urgent care alone like a zillion times. It's not a big deal. But then I get there, and it was just a whole experience like I've never had before. Like I've been to an emergency room before, not any time in my recent life, like probably 10 plus years ago, like for myself. And it was just a different experience, and it was just weird being there by myself, and they take you back to this room, and then there's all these people coming in and asking you all these questions, putting an IV in, giving you different kinds of medicine, and then like setting you up to telling you all these tests they're gonna do, taking all these samples and like rolling you down. I got like a CT scan, I got 2 different ultrasounds. Like I was just like freaking out. And then there's all this time in between all of that where you're just alone in that room. And it's like, it started to get to me. And I'm just like, what if there is something really wrong? Like, what if they do find something? Like, I'm here all alone, and I didn't know how long I was going to be there. But then as the hours passed, and I'm like, I'm here for a while. And I was just like, I was kind of freaking out. And I was like, I don't like this. Like, I don't want to be in this situation by myself. I want support. I want emotional support. So anyway, I was fine. It was fine. They were amazing where I went. Everyone was so kind and so nice. And for everything that they did, especially on a weekend day, I think they moved pretty quickly. So, and they had obviously other people to see there as well. So I really appreciated that. The doctors were nice, the nurses, assistants, whatever. Everyone was really great and helpful. And everyone was like, have you had this done before? And I was like, no. And then if I had, whatever, then they would explain to me and kind of tell me like what to expect. And so that was really great. So they definitely like really did all the things, tested for everything to make sure that I was okay. So in the end, like that's really good. And I do have decent insurance right now, so I didn't have to stress about that, which was really good, but it's just a lot. It was just crazy and I was just nervous, but ended up being, I definitely had a cyst on my ovary. It hadn't burst, but it was bleeding a little bit, which is what was causing the pain. And the doctor did say maybe there was also a little bit of like muscle or skeletal, whatever situation going on too, which was just like a coincidence. He said, but the pain was really from that. And as long as it didn't burst, it's gonna be okay. They had given me some painkillers there. And then they just, got me a prescription for like 600 milligram of like Motrin, nothing crazy. And I've been taking that and it's been fine, but in the last 2 days, it's been feeling so much better. But also now Shark Week has begun, which is good because that's gonna like get rid of it. So anyway, for any woman who has experienced this or hasn't yet, now you kind of know my story so you can understand, and you don't necessarily need to freak out if you get one. It's semi-normal, I think. And then I'll need to be checking up with my doctor just for the future to make sure that it's all good, that it's gone, and or if it's not gone, that it doesn't get bigger or anything like that. But the one good thing for me being 30, almost 31, is they like did all these tests and scans and were able to see everything, and we're looking really good and healthy. So I have not had kids yet. And I'm kind of at this place in my life where for the last, like, I think 3 years, I was kind of at this place where I was like, I don't even know, like, do I want kids? Like, I had always wanted kids, and I was like, I don't know if I do or not, and just, like, this whole thing, and I'm kind of, in the last year, I've kind of, like, reverted and changed my thoughts on that a little bit. I still think I can 100% be happy without and live a full life, not having kids. It's no longer, like, this thing where, like, if I can't, like, it's gonna be detrimental to my happiness or life or anything like that. But I definitely, like, if given the chance, I definitely want to try to have kids. I really think I would be a good mom, and I want to be able to raise children who just love God and are good people and kind and can help make a difference in this world and impact other people. And just leave a legacy behind, I don't know. So that's definitely something I want to experience if given the chance. So if you're like a single girl or dating or whatever, married and just haven't had kids yet, like around my age, what are your thoughts about this? Let's start a little discussion below. How do you guys feel about the kids thing? Like, I definitely feel like I have like a different thought process on it now. Now it's really important to me too, to like whoever I end up with long term, like I want it to be like this whole thing where like even if and when we have kids, I definitely like don't want it to be like, I know kids are a priority and a lot of people are going to disagree with this on me, like, which is fine. And I follow people who are more like I would want to emulate as a mom, as a parent, and they're the ones who, they're still living their best lives. They're one of them would be Love Sweat Fitness. Her and her husband, if you guys know them, they just had their first baby. I think they're just a little older than me, if that. And they still prioritize. They have date night once a week. Like, she still gets herself together. She still like takes care of herself. And yes, some days it's different and it can be more difficult, but they prioritize that, and they're still gonna enjoy their lives and live their lives and not completely like change their identity and who they are as people. And I don't know, for me, and I know it's not everybody, I'm not saying it's wrong, you know, it's more or less in this situation, I think what's right for you and your family and like you and your partner or husband and like all of that. But for me, that's really important. And I want whoever I end up with, like, to kind of be on the same page before going into it, like that we're going to make these things a priority still in our lives. And whatever that looks like for us is what we will do. So that's just really important to me. Anyhow, so I don't know. I just went on a whole tangent there. If you guys wanted to know about that. So anyway, kids, you know, not pregnant, not even close to any of that happening. So no one freak out, okay? I don't want to be getting comments on my Instagram. Is she pregnant? No, I just had pizza that day. Leave me alone. But that's where we're at. Okay, so we are looking nice and glowy right now. Love this. I honestly have just been going. I haven't been paying attention. What have I done? I think I did foundation, concealer. I did highlight, blush. What's next? I need to do some, I think I even set without paying attention. Anyway, so that was kind of that situation. So I obviously haven't been lifting, which has been a little sucky. I've been missing it. I've been missing the gym, but with so much else happening in life, just, I don't know, just things have been different and crazy and good. Like if the salon was really slow at the start of the year for me, which was really rough, which aided in my anxiety, but it's since picked up. So that's been kind of like, I've been busy with that. So I've been able to just find things to keep myself preoccupied since I haven't been in the gym. But I can definitely tell like my body is like craving movement and activity. So definitely going to get to the gym today. Well, if I get there before it closes, I should say. If not, I'll just be taking Romeo for a snowy walk because it has since snowed. Oh, okay. Let's see. Next. So, apart from that, you guys, I'm gonna have to look in the mirror for this one. Just pardon me. But then we had an ice storm come through. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about this, even if you were not in Michigan or from Michigan. We had this whole ice situation come through. And I believe it would have been Wednesday that it came through. And I thought, because I never have lost power when I've lived in this area, like it'll go out, but it'll always come like right back on within a few minutes. And it kind of did that Wednesday night. And then, by the way, it's Sunday now, just to give you perspective. But it is Saturday. It is Saturday. Scratch that. I don't even know my days. And I'm going to try to get to church tomorrow. So I need to remember that it is Saturday today. So my power went off and was out for a little while, but then it came back on that night. And then I ended up getting in bed with Romy, and I passed out early because I hadn't slept really good prior. And I woke up at I don't know, one of those 4 a.m. wake ups, and you're and I don't even know why I was, but I was just realized everything was dark. My TV was off. I have these little fairy lights up around my bedroom. There you can kind of see them over there, and those were not on. I usually, technical difficulties. Those are usually always on, and I was just I don't know what is happening. I meant to start off putting this on so my lips could be moisturized. I totally forgot. But so that was a whole thing, and I was oh shoot, power is definitely out. I could tell it was getting colder, so I had initially turned my heat up when the power was on in case it did go off, and closed my bedroom door because it stays pretty warm in here, and I'm on upper level, so that's helpful as well. And then but I was oh, it'll come back on. Woke up the next morning, it had not come back on, and that sucked. And then I ended up going over somebody's house for that day and night. And then, which also put me behind on stuff because I had shit to do, but they don't live like near me. So I just didn't get a lot of things that I wanted to get done. I was able to do some stuff for the salon on my iPad and everything, and responded to some emails. But I don't know, it's just hard for me, especially when you're not in like your usual surroundings, to like actually be productive and get stuff done. It's somewhat difficult. But anyhow, so I just did that setting spray. I like to do it before I do mascara or liner or anything, because I feel like it kind of can make that smudge and makes my lashes look weird. All right, so the power was off Wednesday night until it came on last night, late last night, or like I guess 8 or 9 o'clock last night. So I had brought Romeo home yesterday morning, dropped him off, bundled him up, because it was like 50 degrees in my apartment, which it could have been colder, but it was still pretty freaking cold. Sorry, you guys. Talking and trying to do winged liner is just not where it's at. But I just have to perfect it. So I bundled him up. Sorry, you're not gonna be able to see me. And he was fine, but I felt bad. I gave him all the blankets, put him in his little crate, and then I got myself to the salon and just finished getting ready there because I had light and I could actually see what was going on. A good look, isn't it? All right. Wow, trying to do this on camera. I mean, I'm not good at it anyway, but on camera I'm even worse. Wow. All right, I think that's like not horrible. It's not the worst thing in the world. I'm just gonna let that dry a little bit. So yeah, my whole fridge has to be tossed out. I already did that. I already emptied that out this morning. There wasn't a lot in my freezer, a couple things. I also had to throw that out, which is a bummer. So I gotta go grocery shopping today. So I'm gonna take you guys with me. I don't know if this is all gonna be in the same video. I'll probably do this like get ready with me story time, and then that'll be a second video that I'll release later this coming week. And that way we'll have some content. And I actually will have more than one video for you guys in a week, which is wonderful because I've been struggling the last couple of weeks. And I hate that for me and for you. But I'm really trying here. It's just, this is all new for me, and we're working at it. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure out a good routine with everything and what works. So anyway, getting ready. I have like a fuzzy on my lip. I can feel it and it's driving me. There we go. It's driving me insane. All right. Just pop on some mascara. Not feeling lashes. I haven't been, like, I don't know what happened to me. I was obsessed with big lashes. I bought, there was this one specific brand. Do I have it over here so I can tell you guys what it was? I have the box. So yeah, it's Kiss, but it was their lash drip, and I liked the You Do You, and then wow. What do I have? I just had a stroke. Okay. And the Drenched. Those were the two I liked. There was one that I didn't like. It was like too, I don't even know. It was just the look wasn't for me. So those are the two out of like this lash strip line that I really loved. And it seemed like they were stopping selling it. So I found Ulta like put them really on sale for, I don't know, like $1 or $2 a pack. And I ended up buying like everything they had, like 20 of them. And now I have so many of them because I'll wear them for like a month, But now I don't even know if it's like my thing. I'm thinking I like more of like a not supernatural, but like more natural lash than those really big ones. So I don't know. I'm like, I don't know what, I'm not sure where I'm at in my era. I don't know what era I'm in. I am in a, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. That is the era I'm in. And it's not very inspirational or exciting. But I'm not sure what era I'm in. Like, it's been a weird year already. I can't believe it's almost March. Like, what the heck? When did that happen? Because I don't know. I don't know when that happened. It's crazy. And I need to get a new Lash Paradise because this is getting all a little funky. So I usually go on with this just a little bit. And I've been really loving this Sky High Lash Sensational by Maybelline. It really does give you nice separation and length. And I just have such stubby little eyelashes, so anything I can get is like, yes, please. That would be phenomenal. And I don't have great lighting over here, but you get the idea. I just lost my complete train of thought. Where were we at? Where were we at? Where were we at? Oh, era. What era am I in? I really don't know what era I'm in. Like, I mean, obviously prep will be starting soon, which is exciting. I am going grocery shopping today so I can get myself, because I've been like eating not a lot. Like my portions have been, like I haven't been overeating, but I've been eating lots of takeout and even some fast food, you guys. Like, because, you know, no power, running around. I did have a really delicious Greek grilled chicken salad the other day though. But last night I had Hungry Howie's and it was delicious. But I think we're all set on that for a while. I did go to another Red Wings game and it was the best game I've seen. I think it's the best the Red Wings have played in a really long time. I've always loved hockey, but when I get to go to games, I just realize why I really like hockey and think it's the best sport. Because it's just enjoyable to watch. Of course, obviously when your team wins, it makes you like it even more, but I think this is probably as good as we're gonna get. And then I'm just gonna, a little bit here. Just a great, great look. So with this power outage, I really just feel like I'm gonna get a nice little clean slate, like a kind of a restart. Getting my nails done tonight and grocery shopping. We're gonna have some nice healthy options and meals for the upcoming week and for the rest of this weekend. I have laundry I need to do. We're getting back in the gym next week. So just getting everything prepared for that to kind of get back on track, focused, feeling good, keeping our stress levels low. I'm gonna be making sure I'm in the sauna several times a week because that is shown to really help improve anxiety levels. So I'm gonna start tracking that. So I'm excited. There's a lot of exciting things coming. I have picked out my first show that I want to compete in, and it is in August. So now that things can't change, I'm not saying it's like 100% this is what has to happen, just because it's been a long time since I competed and I'm gonna have to see how my body responds. So if I have to push it, I'll push it back. But I'm feeling confident in an August show. So I'm excited for that to start. I have been talking to a few people, figuring out if I'm going to have a coach or not. I know this is a little bit like people are like, you have to have a coach, but I've had a coach in the past, several, and I've worked with them, and I do know what works and what doesn't. Part of me would really love to have a coach for like 100% sure, but it's also, it's a very expensive cost, which obviously that's their time, their expertise, check-ins, all of that. It's a lot. So we'll see. I haven't 100% decided yet. I'm still talking to a couple people trying to make that decision, but I will let you know if I do, obviously. But I'm just getting excited. I'm excited to get on stage again. I've been working on my posing. I already feel more confident than I did back in whatever it was, 2016? I already feel more confident in posing than I did then, so that's exciting. I haven't 100% decided on my suit color. I'm between two colors right now, but I'm trying to decide if I'm going to be dark or blonde. And that is my biggest decision right now in my head is like, I don't know if I want to be blonde or if I want to be a brunette on stage. And because that's going to determine my suit color, I think. So many decisions. If you have competed, if you are more versed on the subject, on the topic, comment below. Should I be a brunette? Should I be blonde? Take a look at my Instagram. What do you think? I was a bleach blonde in a green bikini when I competed last. And I'm not going green. There will not be a green bikini in my future. And I was kind of suckered into wearing that from my coach. I did not want to wear that bikini. I wanted to wear a pink bikini. But she was one of those coaches, which I get, right? They're your athletes, like you want to win. But I had already purchased my bikini and I loved it. And I was doing that, especially then, like I was competing for fun. And she was not impressed and she wanted to, so she made me wear this other bikini that she had. So, yeah, which it just was not me. It's not what I wanted to wear. So I didn't feel confident going into it. And there were just a lot of other reasons. That first round of being coached by that specific coach was just not great. It was not enjoyable, but I was young and I went into it without any like research or knowledge. So that's why I'm excited to compete at quite a bit older age and now following bodybuilding for years and having been through it and experienced what prep is like and what being on stage is like and getting ready for the competition day. I'm just feeling so much more like secure and confident this time around. So I am getting excited for it. This has been a little setback, which I hate, but I'm like, you know what? 2 weeks not lifting is not going to wreck everything. It's not ideal since I don't have a lot of time left to build muscle, but still doing okay, feeling good, taking care of myself and my health is always gonna be first. So if it slows things down, it slows things down. It's all right. But I'm excited. I am going to get this little get ready with me talk up soon. I guess I need to finish getting ready. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to decide what lips I'm gonna do today, but I don't even know what I want or what I want to wear. I don't even think I'm gonna do lip liner today. I was going to, but I think I'm going to not do lip liner today. I think I'm just gonna put on, yeah, I think this. I'll just a little something something. Kind of like it to dry a little bit, and I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of gloss. And I think that's gonna do it. Get us some light over here. So yeah, this is like what I would do. This is my like no makeup day, which is still obviously a good amount of makeup, but just very hydrated. I'm really into that hydration on the skin now. I almost feel like I need it. I don't have like full coverage, but I would say it was just like below full coverage. I just like a little glowy. And I'm just really into like very like warm, glowy cheeks as well. But yeah, pushed up brows, nothing too crazy. I laminate them, so they push up pretty easy for me. And then if I don't wear lashes and I just have my natural lashes, although my lashes are looking pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I like to do a wing liner. I don't usually do one quite this intense, but I'm kind of feeling it. That's what happens when you're not really good at trying to do makeup on camera. So this is it. I'm not like a crazy makeup person, but I've been getting into it a little bit more throughout the last few years, and yeah, thanks for chatting with me. I mean, we talked about having babies, fertility, ovary issues, power outages, getting, having to getting us off track our fitness game. Off of track of our fitness game? Is that even English? I don't know. So anyhow, thank you for just chatting. This is the update. This is where I've been. I am feeling so much better physically, mentally, emotionally, all of it. I'm feeling more like myself. I'm feeling more even though it's freaking Shark Week. So that's great. It just sucks when you don't feel like yourself and you don't have that energy that you normally have and you're just like down. It just sucks, especially when people know you as a very upbeat, like energetic person. When you're just not feeling it or anxiety is on the rise, sometimes it's hard to accept and it's hard to like show that to other people. So just know, if you have a friend that's a very energetic, like upbeat person, like don't get down on them when they're not, because you can't be like that 24/7, and everybody has bad days, and that's a side of just having like actual like extreme anxiety, or if you struggle with depression or whatever is going on, like just bad days happen even to people that like it seems like it doesn't, or that it doesn't faze them or whatever. Because it is hard, because it ends up feeling like a pressure to always be like that. And at least for me, like I'm just not always like that a lot of the time. And I love that about myself, but like sometimes I'm not. And that's okay. So check in on your friends. If someone you know is struggling, send them a little text. I actually did that the other week because I was struggling too. And I knew someone was struggling as well. And I was like, I would love to get this from someone. It would really encourage me. So I'm going to send it to them. And it really helps. And that's my little rant on that. So thank you guys for catching up with me today. Thank you for checking in over the weekend to see how I'm doing. I am feeling so much better. So no worries. I'm healthy. I'm happy. Everything's going okay. I don't know what I don't know is my era, apparently. And soon we'll be entering our bikini prep era, and I'm pretty excited about that. So love you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you the next time. Let's get it.